Hi, okay, this is continuation. So I was saying about meat. You have to make sure that they are organic, grass-fed, grass-finished, pastured animal products. You definitely don't want conventional. It's way more toxic and way more harmful to you to eat it. So the benefits do not outweigh the cost. You must get pristine animal products from truly grass-fed, grass-raised, grass-finished, pastured animals. Okay, so moving on to seafood. As I said, tuna. You definitely want to think twice about eating a lot of tuna, but it's high in protein, selenium, vitamin B3, vitamin B6. So it's a good one to eat, just to mix into your salad once in a while or whatever, once a week. Sardines are highest in calcium, omega-3, selenium, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. Shrimp are highest in choline and selenium. Again, they must be wild caught. No farmed fish. You may not eat farmed fish. They're not good for you. They're fed horrid things along with grains and tons of things that you wouldn't want your fish to eat. They must be truly cold water, deep water fish that are from the ocean and cold, deep water fish, or don't eat them. So sea vegetables, which are highest in iodine, and like I said, kelp is a great source. You can get kelp noodles, kelp salts that you can sprinkle on everything. You can play around with lots of different seaweeds and sea vegetables. Okay, so salmon, highest in omega-3, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. Again, it must be red sockeye salmon, wild caught. And smaller chain cold water fish, such as haddock or perch, are full of amino acids. And I'm going to put oysters in there too, even though they didn't make the top of the list. They're super high in zinc and they're great for your DHA. So you definitely need to get DHA from your seafood, and these are the ones to do it with. Okay, so then we have other. Now, under other, the other category, I would include all herbs, even though they didn't make the top content of nutrient value. All the herbs from dill, parsley, cilantro, basil, rosemary, all these herbs are wonderful, and you can throw them in soups, stews, salads, or smoothies. So they're wonderful, and juices. So go ahead and use them liberally to add flavor and just to give you a boost. Okay, so other. Cloves came up highest in manganese. So go ahead and use cloves in your smoothies or your teas. And you can use it with an organic pumpkin pie sort of blend spice, which has some cinnamon in it as well. But go ahead and get your cloves into your diet. Shiitake mushrooms come up highest in pancreatic acid. So you definitely need mushrooms, whether you're using a raw mushroom blend to put into your soups, smoothies, salads, or whether you're actually using the shiitake mushrooms, and there must be shiitake in your soups and stews at night. Green tea are highest, one of the highest in flavonoids, so go ahead and drink green tea throughout the day. Eggs are highest in amino acids, so if you don't have a food sensitivity to them, go ahead and include eggs in your diet. If you do, don't. And then I like to add sea salt, either the gray salt, Celtic salt, or pink Himalayan salt, liberally, just to make sure. You know, I just think it's great. You definitely need your sodium content, so definitely go ahead and do that. And apple cider vinegar I use liberally as well in my salad dressings and just in my water. So that is another one. Okay, so that is the ending of all the foods that you should eat. Now, there are tons and tons and tons of other foods that are super healthy from all your, microgreens and your sprouts and cranberry, pineapple, nectarines, apples, lemons, grapefruits, blueberry, red cabbage, squash, pumpkin, artichokes, olives. There's so many other things. But eat what I just said first. So make sure that is the first thing that you're eating every day. It's the first things that go into your smoothies, soups, salads, juices. it goes in your meal first. And then if you're still hungry, you can have a snack with any other fruit or vegetable or high content mineral, nut or seed or whatever. But you definitely need to eat those ones first, because if you want to extract the highest nutrient content and nutrient density from your food, then go for the ones with the highest. And those are the ones that I just mentioned. And everything else is valuable, but eat them after. So always buy organic, always buy non-GMO, always buy local if you can. Fresh is best. You definitely need your animals to be grass-fed, grass-finished, pastured. You want your seafood to be cold, wild, deep-caught seafood, no farmed. And even though, here's one caveat, even though beans and lentils and legumes are the best sources of fiber, you definitely want to get your fiber from dark leafy greens. Leafy greens are the second highest in fiber, so go ahead and get them from leafy greens, because legumes also contain anti-nutrients. You might not be unlocking every single nutrient that you want to unlock, and it could be over time causing to some sort of a deficiency. But I feel that legumes, if you can tolerate them well and they come up good on your IgG, are important to add in to some soups and stews once in a while, and to make hummus out of, because they have so many other great things in the ingredients of hummus. So go ahead and add in garbanzo beans and legumes if they're properly soaked, sprouted, and you don't have a sensitivity to them. Okay, so you definitely also, after all those specific foods, you want to include sprouts, lettuces, greens, baby greens, herbs, microgreens, all of those in your raw salad. You want to eat other vegetables, like artichokes, red cabbage, squash, pumpkins, cucumbers, zucchinis, all these other different vegetables. They're wonderful for you. They just didn't come up highest. So eat them. Again, you want to get a good variety, but eat them after you've eaten the other ones. So just put them in a couple of times a week here and there. Eat them after other things. All the other leafy greens and microsprouts and arugula and lettuces and then fruit. You can have fruit, but never juice your fruit. Don't put it in smoothies unless you're just having a little piece to sweeten a smoothie or a juice, like a quarter of a piece. But go ahead and eat them whole. Eat strawberries, blueberries, but of course they're already on our list, are for flavonoids. Lemon in your water. Grapefruits are good. Apricots, nectarine, peaches, cranberries, pineapples. Apples, cherries, all these things have wonderful, wonderful high flavonoid contents in them and wonderful vitamins and nutrients, but you just don't want to go fruit crazy, because we are limiting the content of fruit. You don't want to juice it. You don't want to get the sugar. You want to eat it whole in its natural context, bound up with all the other fibers in the fruit, so that you're not getting a sugar rush. And just eat them for a snack when they're in season, specifically when they're in season. And fruit's not in season in the winter, so really it should only be used. Berries is what we're looking for our flavonoids. Our avocados, which are super high in fat and highest in one of the nutrients, and cut the other ones out and just have them here and there, and to flavor waters and to flavor juices and flavor this, or as a snack here or there, but don't really consume them. We want to make sure that we have our sulfur vegetables and brassica families. We need sulfur every day. It's super important for our detoxification pathways and getting our glutathione up. We need those vegetables. So we definitely want to do things like onions, garlic, cauliflower, broccoli, onions, Brussels sprouts, asparagus. All of those we have to have every day in our diet, no matter what, in order to get the sulfur content to help us detoxify and help produce glutathione and help us basically our cells function to the highest degree. So there you have it. I'm going to list up a few more foods that I like. They didn't make it on the highest nutrient content, but these are brain foods specifically developed for your brain, like healthy fats, coconut oil, MTC oil, ghee. Cinnamon is great for regulating blood sugar. We want to make sure that we you know, shell water, cold water fish, cod liver oil, if you're not sensitive to it, is great. Make sure you eat your meat with your fat and your skins on and all the cartilage and gelatin and collagen and everything that comes with it, and make those bone broths. Just make them every day. I'll go through a recipe for you and an easy way to make bone broth. You want to get your turmeric and your ginger and your garlic in, your mushrooms in. Make sure you have probiotics. So culture these foods. Make sure that you're getting fermented foods. You can culture all the vegetables that I just said. We need our liver and our organ meat, so definitely make sure you're eating those. Your seeds. I sometimes throw in flax and chia seeds because I like them personally. I think they're great for breakfast smoothies or this or that. So go ahead and throw those in. Curry is a great spice. It can be sort of like a nightshade if you're not careful. So, but it's really great for you. So go ahead and have curry. Celery is great. And then, of course, you know, people kind of go back and forth on things like pumpkin squash, carrots, beets, sort of higher glycemic root vegetables. But I think they have healing powers, and I think it's important to include them into your diet. So go ahead and do those. So there you have it. I think this is the last of 4 videos. So go ahead and watch them all. And just remember, the basis of a healthy diet is to make sure that it is organic. It has to be organic. It has to be fresh, local, raw, from the earth, unprocessed. And I don't mean unprocessed, untampered with, but I mean unprocessed by you. By you, you can juice, blend, you know, cook, dehydrate, ferment, whatever, but you have to stay away from the crap, and you have to cut all that crap. So you just want to eat whole foods that God has given us from the earth. Eat them in the highest nutrient contents. Get lots of vital fats into your diet, healthy fats to build your brain cells, with actual animal fats and fish to get your DHA working properly. Get lots and lots of vegetables for your vitamins and minerals, and to detoxify you with the cruciferous vegetables and the sulfur type vegetables. And stick to whole foods to heal your body. So I know it's a lot to take in, it's a lot to change all at once, but it's actually delicious. There's lots of amazing recipes, but you don't have to get fancy. Again, stick with smoothies, juices, salads, soups, and stews. And that power will heal your gut, will rejuvenate your cells, will heal your brain, will heal your nerves, will heal your body.